You're out on the streets and someone is going to throw a punch at you. How do you anticipate that punch and how do you defend it to either run away from danger or come back with a punch of your own? On this video, I'm going to talk about and show you how to see a punch coming if you're out on the streets. But one thing that you need is good reactions. I'm going to give you and show you a drill that you can do at home to improve your reactions and your punch speed. But first, how can you see if someone is going to throw a punch at you? Now, I've had hundreds of thousands of punches coming straight in my head because I had 106 fights in my boxing career, but because I was good and won an Olympic medal, most of them punches missed. I've also had a few people try to punch me in the head outside when I was a nightclub doorman as well. But because of these tips that I'm going to give you, they all missed. Generally, the one punch people will throw outside is a big swinging overhand right, which is actually the easiest punch to defend and come back with a punch of your own, which I'm going to show you how to do that. If somebody is coming up to you, be aware of that right hand and what they're doing with it. If you can see them clenching their fist like this, then we know they're about to throw that punch. Now, I get it, they might want to throw a left hand or a jab or a body shot, but generally 19 times out of 20, the punch they've thrown is this big, stupid, swinging overhand right. So that right there is what you need to be aware of. But where should your eyes be? Should you be looking at the hands? Should you be looking at their chest or the eyes? If we were in a boxing match, I would say put your eyes right there in the chest, because with peripheral vision, you can see everything. But we're not in a boxing match, we're in the streets. So you want to be looking directly into the eyes, because 9 times out of 10, you will know whether they're going to throw this punch because of their facial expressions. Are they getting angry? Or is their hand tensing up? And are they about to throw it? Now, how and where you should be standing is very important. The last place you want to be standing is up against the wall if someone is in front of you, because you can't move back. And this makes it much harder to defend a punch. Just like if you were in a boxing ring and you were up against the ropes, that too is very hard to defend. Now, if you're up against that wall already and you know he's going to throw that right hand from his right side, the first thing you want to do is put your hands up in front of your face and you want to step to your right away from his right hand and get out of there and move around. But we never want to get hit at all. And the reaction drill I'm about to give you will really help with that. But first, let's talk about your stance and positioning. You want to be in a boxing stance like this with loose knees and ready. And if the fight has started and you're in this position, it's much easier for me to move and slip and as well come back with counter punches of my own. Compared to if I'm stiff in the upright position like this, it's not only harder to move, but if I get hit like this, I'm off balance and I'll go straight to the floor. Now, from this boxing stance position, I want to put my hands up and say, I don't want to fight, but you want to stay in this position right here. And if you don't know about this stance, wait until the end of the video. There's a link to show you. And now, if I'm in this boxing stance position with my hands up, with my eyes locked on his eyes, now I'm ready for a punch coming. And as well, he's seeing me like this. He's thinking, wow, this guy knows boxing. Do I really want to mess with this guy? And with this, now I might have got in his head and he'll not even throw the punch, or I could do the exact opposite and get him to throw the punch. Now, obviously, we do want him to throw a punch, but if he's there and he's angry and he's going to do it, and we want to know when he's going to do it, you can get him to throw the punch by simply throw a little feint. And because he's angry, he thinks I'm throwing the punch, he's going to throw that big swooping overhand right. Now, the best way to defend this punch is to lean back like this, because you're not only getting out of the way of the punch, but if that punch did hit you while you were moving, it's taking the power out of the punch. Rather than a slip or a roll, because you're still in range and you could still get hit with a knee or a punch, lean back, you're moving away from it. What is better than a lean back is a step back. But if you're not fast on your feet and used to moving in a boxing stance, then that would be very difficult. So now you have to defend it. What would you do? Well, because you've got good reactions, because the drill that I'm about to give you, you could do what I would do. We know he's going to throw a big swinging right hand. You've leaned back, then you're going to come through with a hard, powerful, straight right hand. And it'll look like this. Now, he's went down here, but even if he doesn't go down, you've just gave that guy a shock. And then from there, you can do whatever you want to do, whether you need to defend more, but if you've learned boxing, you'll not, or do what I would do and just get the hell out of there. And if you learn how to punch correctly, all it takes is that one punch to defend yourself. Now, there's two methods I'm going to give you to perfect your punches and perfect your reactions. The first, to perfect your punches, I've created a free and very simple 5-step process to be able to perfect your punches for boxing. Now, if you want to do this, you should click the link below. It's totally free. I'll send you this 5-step program to be able to punch way better. It's for boxing rather than street fighting. Now, the other drill that you can do, and all you need is a tennis ball, you're going to stand against the wall and get someone to throw a tennis ball at your head. As you can see here, I'm slipping out of the way of the ball, which is great because it's getting things coming straight to my face and I've got to get out of the way of them or I'm going to get hit. You should definitely try this, but one thing that you should definitely learn is boxing. I created this video right here where you can learn boxing from home. We don't need any equipment, just click here and watch this video next.